Hey, on the channel, it's time for another round of everybody's favorite continuing series, That's So Hard to Say Goodbye, Part 28.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with another episode of That's So Hard to Say Goodbye. This time, episode number 28. And you guys know by now, this continuing series, already up to 28 episodes, if you can believe that. It's all about the ongoing continuation of a collector and their journey. And you've got collector journey, no matter big, how small it is. But there's always things that are coming in, but is there always things that are leaving? And occasionally there are around here. And a lot of people think I'm selling stuff all the time. There's people in the comments occasionally say, Kyle, you just review it and sell it immediately. No, I collect 99.9% of the stuff. I rarely sell things. I rarely get rid of things. And maybe that's a bad habit. I mean, we'll see what happens. But one day I'm going to sell all this, and that's going to be the ultimate. Maybe that'll be episode number 100. I'm getting rid of my collection. That might work out. The math may check out on that. We'll see what happens there. But here we are with episode 28. Episode 27, not too long ago, was about getting rid of a lot of extra min-on-card stuff in my collection. Things that have been piling up, laying around, and I'm filming this on the heels of that one. I don't know if they'll release together, but they're both kind of in the same window and kind of the same topic a little bit. But I am doing a little spring cleaning around here, as you can see, moving and shaking, moving some things from one cube to a different, expanding, moving things in. You guys get the story by now. Check out episode 27 if you want more of that. But I am on vacation this week trying to work and trying to figure things out, trying to figure my life out in my collection. Like I said, moving things around, making them fit where they need to go. And some things are leaving, like all the min-on-card stuff in part 27. But another one that's interesting that I've always struggled with a little bit, because at the end of the day, I would be a min-on-card collector if I could. But nobody could have the collection I have and have it min-on-card and be able to display everything. You would have to have the biggest house ever. I have a very large house as is, and it is very full of action figures, at least in the basement and my office upstairs. But if I had it all min-on-card, there'd be no way to display everything. It's just not possible. And I know some people have said, well, do the pegboards and stuff like you're at a store. That does not work for me because you're just looking at 5 figures in a row. What's behind there? Just doesn't work for me. I wish I could be min-on-card, but I can't. But man, at heart, I'm a min-on-card collector. I'm with you, min-on-card people. I absolutely love the experience. You know, when I got back into adult collecting, it was the G.I. Joe 25th anniversary series and the Jakks class Superstars, which I kept all on card because at heart, I'm an on-card guy. But if you want to keep collecting like I do, gonna have to move to loose stuff. That being said, the packaging is such an important piece. I always say it on the channel. I love getting the news. There's new figures coming out. I love to get the pre-order in. I love the whole thing where you get the excitement for the pre-order. I love getting the mail. Who doesn't like to get a package in the mail? You open that up. What is in here? I love that experience. I love the experience of taking the glamour shots of the packaging. I love the experience of unboxing it and talking and telling a story or two, Todd McFarlane along the way. And then I love taking the glamour shot images. And then I love putting the figures away wherever they may need to go, the detolfs possibly, wherever it may be. I love the whole experience from beginning to end. It's more about just the figures, it's everything. But the packaging is a huge part of my enjoyment. And I don't know if you guys are like me. I don't save all my packaging. I get that question a lot. Do you save all your packaging? 99% of it probably goes in the recycling or the garbage. However, there is certain packaging I do hang on to, and I don't know why I hang on to it, because just the extra attention to put the figure back in the package, tape it up, get the hands right where they go, all that kind of stuff. And then the extra shipping, and it's just not necessarily worth it, really, I've found out in the long run. You get a couple of dollars. At the end of the day, it's still a loose figure you just put back in the package. Either way, I don't save a ton of packaging, except I usually do save NECA packaging. For whatever reason, NECA Ultimates, you know, the packaging is amazing. The Universal Monsters, the Turtles, all the different turtle lines. You get the horror stuff, the Jason, the Freddys, the Michael Myers, you name it, Planet of the Apes. I go on and on and on. And I've been saving almost all of my NECA packaging. And I just finally said, as I'm cleaning up my collection here this week, moving things around, why do I have these boxes of packaging? Why do I have this? Do I need this in my collection? Do I really need this? Will I ever take the time? Let's say I want to sell this Leonardo. Will I dig through this mountain of packaging to find that box? Will I waste that time? That time I wasted, I could have done something else to make money that, it just doesn't, the math doesn't check out. And I said, Kyle, you're going to free up room. You don't need this in your collection. You're not a packaging guy. You don't need to save this. So I made the decision this week. It was garbage day, which made it just a quicker decision, but I got rid of almost all of my NECA packaging I was holding on to. Now, I did keep my Universal Monster stuff for now. I have a nice little stack area behind some bookcases that are kind of in the back, and you can store them behind there, so that works out pretty well. But everything else, all the extra turtle, all the horror stuff, all the Planet of the Apes, you name it. Some of the wrestling packaging I saved onto, like some of the Ultimate Warrior. I'm like, why do I have this? I already have a min-unboxed one. I have a loose one. I don't need this packaging. I decided to throw it all away. It's very freeing to throw that stuff away as well, because I'm like, wow, I just opened up. If you guys know, these bookcases or these detolfs are on top of cases that have drawers on the bottom. I freed up about 5 of those drawers down there that I can use for storage, for other stuff, whatever I want to do. Maybe play a game of hide and seek with my wife, and hot and cold, getting warmer, could hide something in there. Who knows? But it opened up a lot of land of opportunities there, and it's very freeing to get rid of some of that kind of stuff, because let's be honest, packaging, outside of a few things here and there, obviously you go back to the 70s and 80s, a whole different time in collecting. There is some value in that, but your average run-of-the-mill Bob Gray Ultimate Pennywise, probably not going to be worth the space and the real estate it takes up at your house. So it was very freeing to get rid of all that packaging. And that's what I did this week. And that's what we said goodbye to in part 28 of That's So Hard to Say Goodbye. Like I said, I'm a min-on card guy, just not always possible to be that way. And why do I need all this packaging? But I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. I've heard collectors that save all of their packaging, which is wild to me, because let's be honest. I mean, if there was a guy I ran into at the King County Toy Show one time that we had this conversation, and he was saving his like main event basic packaging, even not just the back, but he would just open it nicely so he could put it back in there. That's a lot of investment in time and real estate in your collection for something that's probably not going to, save you that much money or gain you that much money on the back end. But to each their own. At the end of the day, you like what you like, you don't what you don't. It is your collection. You got to do it whatever sees fit for you. But I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Do you save your packaging? Is it special things like me? It's just a few special things. Do you save it all? Do you save none of it? Let me know in the comments down below. Be very interested to hear your guys' take. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. You guys know the drill by now. Check out Patreon, YouTube channel memberships for much earlier access to videos like this and a whole lot of other things. Best of all, you do support the channel. Check it out if you haven't already. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available where podcasts are found, with videocast on YouTube. So for episode number 28 of That's So Hard to Say Goodbye, goodbye.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
For me.